Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about the American Library Association and some numbers they released. And we're just going to kind of browse through them and take a look at where things are. So, for more than 30 years, the American Library Association has had a program that goes through and it kind of catalogs and keeps track of challenges to books in libraries. Challenges to books in libraries. Another way to say that would be attempts to ban books in libraries. And they have been collecting this information for more than 30 years. 2023 is the highest year on record. It is reportedly the highest year on record, with 4,240 books challenged. The previous year, 2022, was 2,571. That's a pretty big increase. It is worth noting that the way they track this information is by reports from librarians and news coverage. Short version, it means that they don't have them all. The numbers are likely higher than what gets reported in this. They're also saying that they discovered that a lot of the attempts to challenge were organized. It wasn't a case of a parent having a child who read a book that they didn't approve of, but an active attempt to go after certain types of books. And they said that sometimes they would find out that a challenge included multiple books, sometimes 10 books, 20 books, and more. The type of book that was being challenged the most were books that put a spotlight on people of color, on the LGBTQ plus community. It was those voices and those stories that seemed to get challenged the most. This is something that, we talk about every year. The main reason is because they release the top 10 books that get challenged every year. This year they will release that on April 8th. And generally I use it as a reading list. There are some books that make it every year, but there's normally some new stuff. The books that end up on these lists, they're normally pretty enlightening. They give you a different point of view, a different way of looking at the world. So it's definitely something we'll talk about again. The other thing to note about this is that this is a news story that kind of fell out of coverage because there were some pretty successful attempts to find ways to make sure that challenged books were available through a whole bunch of different means. So it was one of those things that kind of fell out of the news cycle. The numbers say maybe it shouldn't have. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.